So our next segment is what we're calling showing off, because we like to do that a little bit.
We like to show off.
Right?
We like to show our stuff.
So this is where we're going to share with you our current works in progress, our half-finished object, our hoes, our foes, our pose. You don't like that?
I don't like hoe. I know it's so popular, but
So then we'll just
I could get
call
over it though, I guess.
Semi-finished
I
objects.
don't know why.
Well, I think it's worth
it's
celebrating.
Oh yeah, I do.
Right?
I don't
We'll
think we
come
should
up
not
with a
show it. I'm
different
just
word. But this is our place where we're going to share with you all of the things. This is the place we're going to share with you all of the things that we're currently working on. So whether that be knitting, spinning, weaving, painting,
whatever.
jewelry, whatever strikes our fancy and we want to share it with you, we're going to show it off.
Yes.
So Jen?
And I keep leaning down this way, not only because the stuff I'm showing is over here, but because Ryan is over here. So I'm monitoring at the same time. Okay.
Just share with us what you're going to show off this week.
What's first on there? Oh, I have a 1 block away.
Nice.
I learned this last week with Liz, that this is a 1 block away. This is Waiting for Rain.
It's so pretty.
I know, it's so yummy. It's the yarn I used. It's like I said, it's 1 block away, so it still needs to be blocked out. But you can see that gorgeous, gorgeous lace detail there. Here, let's go this way. There we go. That gorgeous lace detail. And the edge, and it's so big. I mean, this thing is huge.
That's like 8 feet
I know.
long.
Look, and it has this wonderful, and when you let it go, it has this gorgeous curly edge
like
over
that.
your shoulder, off your arm.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's this knit out of?
This is, where's my thing? Here it is. I wrote everything down. We have made it a quest to always know our information. Okay, so this is, the pattern is Waiting for Rain by Sylvia
Bobilvia.
Bobilvia. I love that name.
It's very
That is
fun.
an awesome name. It makes me want to sing. So, but I won't. It's on Ravelry. It's a pay-for pattern. And there's a knit-along going on right now with Yarngasm that ends May 1st. She extended it because she didn't get her yarn yet. So she made it longer. Yay! For the rest of us.
On that.
So, anyway, and it's so soft. And
It
the
is
yarn
very soft.
is Puna by Amano Yarns. And it's colorway 4004 gray. And there's lots of other people that, and I use size 5 needles that are 3.75 millimeters. And there are lots of other people and lots of other patterns now and examples on Instagram and a bunch of other places where people put stripes in it and everything.
Ooh.
But when I know, they're so pretty. And then these little insets are one color with all of these with this striping action. There's so
Gorgeous.
many variations that are so beautiful. But this is just, this was the way I originally saw it, and it's the way it is in the pattern is in this gray. And I saw this yarn and I went, oh, I have to. I have to have this. It's really exquisite.
Right.
I mean,
What is the Amano made out of?
100% baby alpaca.
Oh, yes. Look at me being fancy here. Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it just
Oh,
incredible?
I can see that being a...
You could wear it
one
all
of
kinds of
these.
different ways. You could do a Stephen West
Give me a moment
and
here.
a Stephen B and just,
Oh, there we go.
wrap it around multiple times.
Right.
Tuck
Tuck
it
that
in,
one.
do whatever.
Oh.
And it's just,
That's
so
a
soft.
hug.
I know!
Folks, that's a hug right there.
It's just fantastic.
I may not... I have got to pop this lace out here.
I know, it's super. And this is unblocked!
Right? That's all.
I can't even imagine how
I'm just leave this
incredible.
on for a minute.
Okay, you can just leave that on.
Don't
All right,
forget
moving
it when
along.
you go.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
I'm not trying to steal your hand knits.
I'm just here. We're fine, right? All right.
So
So
up next,
this one, I'm actually in the middle of a row. But this one is one of our favorite colorways. So this is a Trillion by Martina Bim. And it also is a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. And it's long. Mm-hmm. Long.
Are you one skein
One
in
of those
still?
triangles. Yes, I'm still one skein in. But look at how much progress since last week. Oh, and I've just discovered Progress Keepers. Mm-hmm. I love Progress Keepers. So that's how much since last week. It's got this cool thing. And this is a really good picture of this colorway. And this is your peacock colorway.
Yes, it is. Right here. More going into the shop this week.
Wonderful stuff, guys. And it is...
75/25 superwash merino nylon.
Yes, that.
On
Her
the
Elation sock base. There we go. I didn't even need the tag. I have her! I don't need a tag. All right.
Yay for knowing some things.
So still one skein in. I've got another skein here to go.
There you go.
One more skein. I probably won't use all this skein because it's getting so big. And I still have... Well, okay, that one's getting a little small.
Right.
But I'm probably going to use this up and then go into this. I'm going to stripe it just a little bit because it's hand dyed.
Right, definitely.
Just, you know, a few rows of striping. Probably
they were from the same batch.
Yeah, they were from the same batch,
How
but they're
different
different.
they are.
So keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. And then I'm probably going to go a few more because I really do want it big. But it is big. And then I'll use this skein to do the edging the other direction.
Nice.
And then I'll probably have enough. I can do some little ankle socks.
Yeah.
And that would
Definitely.
be really cool with this. Or maybe some mitts, some cuffs.
There you go. I can see you getting
Something like
depending on how big you make that shawl, because you can get so many. You could get like 3 full-size socks at least out of a skein
one
that.
skein.
So, I can certainly see.
So that's the plan for that.
Awesome. Beautiful.
All right. Then next is, let's see. Okay. Then another one that illustrates colorways, and it's another Martina Bim. I do like her stuff.
She's a great designer for a reason.
I love her patterns for my, I'm doing something else and I just want to be doing something with my hands.
Conversation knitting.
Yeah. Conversation knitting. Knitting while I'm riding with my husband.
Autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. I like that. I like that phrase. Autopilot.
Not my original phrase.
Oh, well, I like it anyway.
I think that's a Knit More Girls borrow.
This is called, I'll show you this first, and then I'll talk about the colorways. Okay, so this is a lentilla.
Oh, so pretty.
Isn't it great?
I love the ruffles.
I know, isn't that cool? And the colors are totally wrong in the camera.
Pinks are hard to get on.
Pinks are so, and it's this fuchsia pink with this super, super bright orange. I'm gonna see if I can get it close. Can you see if that's close? Is that even close?
Better.
Okay. All right. So anyway, these beautiful, and it's called My Sweet Valentine.
By Ba.
By Ba. La Jolla. And I got this from the Recycled Lamb. My Sweet Valentine. And these, I'm striping every row. Because if you can see, even if the colors are weird, you can see there's more white in one than the other.
This one?
That one.
More white.
This one has more white. And can you see how it's getting smaller? It's a little smaller than the other one too.
Yep, just a little bit.
That's because all the ruffles, the little short row ruffles, are coming off of this ball. Just because of the way the pattern works.
Well, there you go.
So when I'm out of this ball, it'll be time to just end. And do the ruffles the other direction.
Oh, nice.
And hopefully I'll have enough.
Definitely.
But I will keep track so I make sure I have enough. Because her patterns are so cool. You can, she always tells you the percentage of
what
yarn you need to finish it.
Nice.
So you can weigh it. She's really great that way.
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna try to do that with my patterns, but we'll see. I'm gonna need to do it with the one that's coming up next. Because that's how you're gonna do it. That's how you're gonna know when to do the next thing.
There
Spoilers! Teasers! that wasn't really a spoiler because I didn't give anything away. But it's very teasy, isn't it? Okay. Right, we have that. The Lentilla. All right. And I'm not doing that one.
Okay. So
Am I? Am I giving the tease? All right, since I teased you. I will give you the tease. I am designing a shawl with, I was down here and she had her yarn out and this wasn't even one of the ones out in the sun.
It was a test skein.
It was a test
It was me
game.
deciding how to create
Right.
that colorway.
Right.
And you decided that you
This
needed
colorway.
This colorway up here.
And that one. Right there.
Its name is Blush and Bashful.
Yes. And that one's a little peachier than what I ended up with.
It's
that's
just
okay.
the way that
That's the way it
the
goes
water
sometimes.
goes sometimes.
Yep. So, but, oh, I'm not showing you the whole thing. Sorry. Just little bits. Okay, there's your flash. And here's the skein. Or here's the cake.
So that's a self-striping yarn. Oh, and that's
Yes.
the other part of yours that's different. You've got it on a sparkle base,
Oh, yes, this is sparkly.
where the one that's going in the shop
This
this
is a
week is
sparkly.
on elation.
Yes.
But it's a self-striping yarn that you're doing a shawl out of,
Yes.
which is not something that you see
Not
a whole
normal.
lot.
Yeah, not normally. But it's going to be really cool. It's
I
really
agree.
cool.
I love.
She has had a preview of coming attractions.
Yeah, I love this, and I can't wait for you to
I know.
have it done.
That cool little thing I've come up with is really cool.
Yes, it's
It's tricky, but it's cool.
Yeah, when you see this, you're gonna see that there's.
I love it. I hope
Gonna
they're
be
going
a
to love it.
yeah.
I hope they're going to love it.
I don't know how
They're
you
going to love
could.
how it looks.
Yes,
They are going to love how it looks.
and you're gonna
It
do
took a while
tutorials
to come up with that. Oh, definitely tutorials. There will definitely be tutorials on this.
because.
So that's your tease.
there you go.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Okay, so we're doing this one.
You got a box.
Which one? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm doing the box of socks cow and also maybe the stripy socks cow. That one ends on the 15th. Yeah, Yarngasms. No, it's not Yarngasms.
Yes,
Who's
it's
doing
John
the-
Gasm's box
No,
of socks.
yeah, box of socks is, but the stripy socks is pin feathers and pearls.
Oh, okay.
And her stripy socks ends on the 15th.
See, I saw that
again-
one recently, and I went, not enough time for me.
Yeah. All right. So, and I have a lot. I always have so many things on needles and so much stuff going on.
That's fair.
Because I knit everywhere all the time. And I need to have projects for all kinds of different places. So this is the first one I'm going to show. And I know, you're saying this does not look stripy. Oh, yes. Ryan really helped me with this. All right, so I'm going to worry about fixing that later. And I'm just going to show you this part. And these are way too big. I got to go back and fix them.
It's a
But
toe.
anyway, it's a toe. And this is on the Resourceful. The green from the Resourceful.
That is called Ambitious Green.
Ambitious green. And here's the Resourceful. Oh, that's good. There, this is better. There we go. Oh, and that's pretty. Oh, that's really showing off those colors
Oh,
perfectly.
nice.
Okay. So this is your Slytherin inspired
yes.
colorway. And these are going to be socks that I design. I know. Both feet. By the 15th? Really? Maybe not. But by Harry Potter's Inside Number 23, by her Harry Potter knit along, totally. I will have them done by the end of April for sure.
I see.
And then these will also go in my box of socks. And I will show you these as they go along because I've picked out a really cool pattern. So this is all my own pattern and design for these. Did I show enough about that and talk about it? I'm knitting them on zeros.
There you go.
And I don't know how many stitches yet because I'm still designing them. And I got a little carried away with the increases.
It's happened.
And now I have to take them out. Again, don't know if I'll get them done by the 15th. Now these I made lots of progress on. This, oh, I'm so excited about this. I saw this yarn and I totally fell in love. I mean beyond fell in love. And again, hers. Okay, this is awesome.
I love that you love my yarn.
Oh my god, I love yarns. Okay, this. There we go.
There you go.
This is called chocolate covered strawberries.
Yep.
Oh my god, I love this yarn. And it's sparkly. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm going, definitely stripy socks.
Yes.
But I also was going with this, who in the Harry Potter land would have these socks? And you've got to see these toes. These are awesome. These colors. Okay, so this is one. And I knit my socks 2 at a time, so I have 2 going on. And because I'm pulling from the inside and the outside of the ball, they're going to match but not match. Oh, I love these flecks of purple. These little blips. And I'm just getting into the chocolate. I'm so excited. With these green little toes. I love that they both started out green.
Nice.
Because it's like the little top on the strawberry. This is so fantastic. Okay, so these are Nymphadora's secret socks. Now, many of you are going, who the crud is Nymphadora? Nymphadora is Tonks.
Yes. The first time she said this to me, I went, but I know things about Harry Potter. I was vaguely obsessed with Harry Potter.
And
Occasionally still, but...
I just love that scene where they're taking Harry away and she says, we need to get back to headquarters, and Mad-Eye Moody gives her a correction and says something, and then says, Nymphadora. She says, don't call me Nymphadora! And I just went, your name is forever Nymphadora to me now.
Right?
You will never really be Tonks, you will be Nymphadora. And I just think that Nymphadora would have socks like this. But she would never let anybody know. They would have to be secret.
Definitely. Definitely a secret.
So anyway, these are my Nymphadora's secret socks.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see them.
I know. I am so loving how this is knitting up. I'm so excited. So hopefully, there probably will get to be a point in the next couple of days where I'm going to have to pick one and finish them if I even want to have a chance of getting in to the Stripy Socks Cal on the 15th.
Yes.
So,
but if you're knitting 2 at a time...
Yes, that's true. But they go a little slower than just 1 at a time.
Right.
Because I have to go around twice as many stitches.
Right.
So yes, the entire pair knits up, but... So you won't have a second sock issue.
Well, you've got some dedicated knitting time potentially coming up.
That's true, I do. So I'm excited about that. So for my box of socks, Cal, Liz was at Michael's. They were having a 40% off sale. And she says, do you have your box for box of socks? Are you participating in that, Cal? And I said, why, yes, of course I am. And no, I don't have my box. She says, you do now. Is this not gorgeous?
It's your colors.
Box!
It's completely your colors.
Oh, it's all these beautiful blues with just these greens. I mean, and look at the... Oh, there's a secret inside here. That's for later. Oh, but even look at the bottom. Even the bottom's absolutely gorgeous.
I love
and look at this
vines and
inside.
springs.
Oh, this is just so incredible. I love this box. And I didn't think I was going to want a closed box. But I adore my box. I adored it so much that I went to Michael's and they had some more like this, only bigger with slightly... Oh, they were gorgeous. I want more. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway. So there we go.
I'm glad you like your box.
I love my box.
I'm glad that we're both doing box of socks.
I love it. Oh, and I found out. Okay. This is... I will tell you in just a minute. With the next project. So my next work in progress is a languishing one that now for sure will be getting love because of what I just found out from
Wool and Vine.
Wool and Vine. Yes, thank you. Her name fell out of my head. I emailed her and said, I have these 2 pairs of socks that are just languishing and they're not finished. Can I include them in the box of socks, Cal? And she said, yeah, sure.
Nice.
Absolutely. So, these will get finished this year. Woohoo! Woo! And these are from Knitter's Book of Yarn. And this is the pattern that's on the outside. I hope that brown is coming through. They're just so beautiful. And they're you have to touch this
hate
yarn.
gussets. This is what
Socrates.
Socrates by
Socrates.
Alpaca with a Twist.
Alpaca with a Twist. There we go.
Nice.
And I'll hold it there long enough that you can actually look.
That's
See?
interesting. What's in it?
I don't know if it's dyed. It's got baby alpaca, merino wool, bamboo viscose, and nylon.
Nice.
And so they'll wear it. They're soft. They are heavenly soft. And they will wear. And they fit so well.
Nice.
I love doing 2 at a time because I can try them on as I go.
There you go.
So I have a stitch marker in for where I was. So, I may not have progress on them this month. Because I've got Harry Potter and stripy socks
Right.
to do. So,
I think
but
you
May,
get a pass.
maybe in May. Maybe these will get more love in May. Or maybe I'll like zip through those socks and they'll be good.
Right.
Maybe.
I think you've got a lot on your plate.
I do have a little bit on my plate because I also have this on my plate. And this is a nearly work in progress. Am I sharing this at the right spot here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So these 2 Mountain Colors Twizzle colors. Is that red coming through okay? Yeah. There it is. Because this is an orange and fuchsia, and this is these beautiful blues and greens, little bits of green.
And purple.
And purple. And I'm doing this is a sample, what I'm working up. This is the little mini, this is the proof of concept. That's what it is.
There you go.
This is the proof of concept for my double knitting. Isn't that pretty?
That's gorgeous.
On there. And ta-da-da-da, reversible.
Brilliant.
So, I've got to adjust the pattern just a little bit and then knit up the sample for the class. So that's what that's going to be.
And so when you do color work like that, do you have one yarn in each hand? Do you always do continental and just drop the yarn and pick up what you need?
I do different things depending on the technique, but that is one of the things we will talk about and teach you in that class.
Okay.
At the Recycled Lamb.
Nice.
On the 15th of May, which we will talk about more in
news.
We will give you more information about that. So stay tuned for news.
All right.
All right. Okay, so this is one that is coming soon. And I need to look. Oh, May 1st is her deadline. So I've got to fit this in too, even with all the Harry Potters. So this one's got to get cast on.
It's a cowl,
this
apparently.
is yes, it is. It is the Legacy Knits Stuffy Along.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's... I'm not giving anything away.
Yeah, just show the picture.
Okay. So here's the picture. I print in black and white. So these are in color, usually. This is Voodoo, Voodoo, You Love Me. Voodoo, You Love Me. And this is what I'm going to be knitting it out of.
Is that hand spun?
This is hand spun.
That's gorgeous.
This is my hand spun. And this is Mountain Colors. And it is their Gold Rush colorway.
And you can see why.
Yeah. Very, very beautiful. And this is going to be my big tall son. My big super tall son. Who I'm going to make the body long. We call him Stretch.
There you go.
So Stretch is going to have... And maybe that's what this little guy's name will be, is Stretch. That'd be cute.
That would be cute.
So he's going to be named Stretch, I think. He just got his name. So Stretch, I'm going to give him a longer body and longer legs.
There you go.
Okay, but before we move on to yours, still on the peacock theme, I wasn't sure where these would get shared. Oh, yes.
The peacock thing.
And I have one too.
Because you got them for both of us.
And I got this for you. Because you needed it. And you needed these.
Oh, those are
And
so
I have
cool.
a set too because we do. I don't have mine braided, but we braid our hair a lot. Frequently. And you have yours braided. So those
It's going to be super fun when you've got your braid on this side. And
I put my
like
braid on this side actually.
Do you? Mm-hmm. I do too.
Usually. Or in the back.
These are awesome. Thank you.
I thought you would love them.
I do love them.
So there you go.
Presents are fun.
They needed to be yours. We needed to have a set, each of us. And my set was here.
I'm guessing that Ryan decided.
I don't know. They're somewhere.
Oh,
So,
goodness. All right. So am I ready?
yes.
All right. I'm going to share.
Your turn now.
My turn to show off, people.
My turns will usually be longer than her turns. But this is not her fault.
I'm just
She
in
has
a different
Ryan.
phase of my life right
Yes.
now. And I have Ryan, I have Alex, I have my husband.
Yes.
My husband and I are both self-employed, and so technically I work for my husband and myself.
That's always fun.
Yeah, so my knitting time is reasonably limited
Sporadic.
for a stay-at-home mom, right?
Yeah. And it's sporadic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Much more sporadic than...
I think that's for anybody who is a parent of a toddler.
When you have a child in arms, you have less knitting time. That's just the rule.
Right? Although,
He's starting to like...
for those of you who have children who are
Despairing?
Velcro?
Velcro!
What's the word I was going to use? I'm going to suggest the Eddie Power baby carrier that I picked up this week because backpack style carrying has worked out for him.
Good.
He loves to be with me. Like literally he is happy if he is touching me.
Stretch was like that.
Right? So backpack, he's happy. We've got to watch where his arms can reach because he's reaching for things. But just a tip.
Yes, on that same line, when Stretch was little, I had a hiker's backpack that I invested for a really comfortable one. Totally worth it.
Yes.
Totally. Because I was teaching Montessori at the time. And so I would actually wear him in a backpack while I was teaching and doing stuff. Because he just always wanted to be with me. He was either with me, he was either in a sling, in a backpack, or asleep.
Yes.
That was how he was.
Right?
And if he fell asleep in the sling, I could lay him down. If he fell asleep in the backpack, I could just like take it off and then set it down, and he would just sit there sleeping. It was awesome because it had this big frame on it.
Right.
I could literally just take it off and set it down,
That's awesome.
and he would still keep sleeping, and I didn't have to disturb him. But on to your knitting. These digressions may be very valuable for some of you, but we don't want to digress too far.
Right? This is my first work in progress. So,
Your first work in progress for this show, for this episode.
for this episode. Yes.
That
So-
could have been
Yes.
misunderstood.
So I decided last Christmas I gave one of my aunts and uncle that sounded weird. Anyway, I gave my family members a blanket, the Vivid blanket, and I loved giving that to them. So much so that I decided that I was going to give a different uncle a different blanket this year. So I dyed up all of these colors on a superwash worsted, let's try that again, superwash merino worsted yarn. And these are just the colors of my Uncle Dane.
They're so pretty. This is that same green.
This is
That's
my
in my
evergreen
socks?
color. Yes, that's the evergreen. Very similar to
Oh,
the
it's not
socks.
the same.
It's not the exact same,
but it's close.
but it's very similar. But yeah, so this blanket, I just finished the 4th block out of hopefully 9 blocks is what I want to ultimately accomplish. But if I get to 6, I'll be happy with it.
Found them.
Was
Ryan found them. Brian's helping.
So it's just a basic log cabin style. It was 10 cast on 10, knit for 10 garter ridges, bind off, pick up, and go around and continue
Cool.
until I have 13 stripes per block. So that way I got through most of the colors twice in the block. There's one color that only got once. Is he helping?
He's really helping. This is great. Just keep going.
All right.
Sorry, I'm really trying hard not to upstage you.
You're good. So I've planned for block number 5. The way that I did that was to draw out a little sample for myself, and because I didn't want the colors to repeat.
Oh yeah.
The order. So
Those are neat.
I made some little drawings and I colored them in.
Oh, that's on that dot paper.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
I gave myself a key code so I know what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
And this is much more portable than my finished blocks. My
Oh,
finished
yeah,
blocks
for
can
sure.
stay at home, and the papers can come with me, and I know exactly where I'm at. So I got to the point of binding off number 4, and I realized I needed to weigh the yarns to make my decision about where color needs to go from this point forward. So I've got my color sequence for block 5, then I'll weigh the yarns again and determine block 6.
Cool. That's
So.
a neat way to do it.
Yeah, I thought so. So I'm pretty sure I will have a 6 full blocks. So that's that one. All right. So my next work in progress is my checkerwork hat. This is a bag I picked up at Yarn Fest.
I was gonna say, should we talk about bags? I'm noticing you're pulling yours out of bags, and I had mine already. And my Voodoo You Love is a bag by Liz.
Yeah, that was just a Christmas, just cause. That's not something that...
No, she doesn't.
Right?
But these are
I
only
mean-
for really special.
Yeah. Very special people. Like 3 of y'all got some. Anyway, that is a pattern by Hugh Loco on her tutorial. So go find her on YouTube if you like that bag and want to make your own. So this is the bag that I got. It's Little Skate in the Big Wool. They were being hosted by WSK Western Skyknits.
Mm-hmm.
So really thrilled with that. But this is the checkerwork.
So cute. I love all the yarn and that.
Isn't that lovely?
It's nice fabric. Oop, we may have another earthquake coming. I love that hat.
So I love the way that you can see that's working out. So this is a self-striping yarn of mine called, by mine I mean Colorful Eclectic.
Earthquake hat.
So this is the checkerwork hat, and I only sort of gathered the information I needed. I've got it here handy.
You didn't follow the list.
Sorry.
We made a big deal about needing a list.
I did. I made the big deal because I knew I needed it.
And so I made one. I made a whole little thing to fill out with all of the information needed. And I did dutifully filled it all out last night. I know, time.
I love you.
But I didn't get other stuff done, so it was a trade-off.
Right?
Like all of life.
So anyway, the checkerwork hat is by Vexy, V-E-X-Y, on Ravelry. It's a $1 paid for pattern, which I think is totally worth it.
Oh, yeah.
You
Totally.
probably could figure this out if you wanted to, but for the buck and supporting an artist, why
Yeah,
not?
totally. As a pattern designer, go pay the $1.
Right? So
It's $1 for crying out loud.
So I am doing this out of one of the colorways I came out with for Valentine's Day this year called Not Broken Hearted, which is...
Love that colorway.
Thank you.
I have some that is going to be a shawl.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty. I love the way... I am a dyer because I love to play with colors, so I will frequently say I love these colors.
Because she does.
I don't mean to sound at
Egotistical.
all egotistical. It's just, yep. It's a passion for color. That's all it is. So anyway, it's got this pale pink, a dark gray, like slate, a charcoal, and then a very silvery gray.
Yeah.
So, and I love the way that this looks.
Look at how much progress you made. You need to turn it around and show.
Oh, so I put in a progress keeper last week.
Last week when we were talking.
And I've made some progress.
She has.
Yay.
Can I just say, can I interrupt your, and say how much I have become addicted to progress keepers?
I'm so glad.
Totally addicted to progress keepers. I never even knew they existed until a month ago, and I start watching podcasts. Till month and a half ago. And listen, you need to watch podcasts. I'm like, okay. So I'm watching these podcasts, and everybody's talking about progress keepers, and I have no clue what they are.
Right?
What are progress keepers? What's their purpose? What's the point? Why? I am completely addicted.
That's awesome.
You'll find out in future episodes just how addicted I am.
Well, you went right out and decided that you were going to buy some.
And they didn't have any in the local yarn shop, so I've made some. All the progress keepers you've seen, I made them because I had to have progress keepers.
Like immediately.
Immediately.
You couldn't wait for them to be shipped.
I could not wait for them to be shipped from anyone, although I have ordered them from people. But I could not wait for those to arrive. I had to have them. Insane. Oh. Deep into the pool, just in case you needed a reminder.
Right? So the next one I'm going to share is an accountability knit.
Okay.
I love this project. It is called...
What is an accountability knit?
I will share that with you. It's called The Lily Pilly by Amba O'Brien. And this yarn... Excuse me while I reach. This yarn was something that was an adult indulgence. We were...
This yarn was an indulgence. This was the first cashmere I ever got.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I just knit up this little scarf. It was just one skein, and I just knit this little scarf. But it was like this first luxury fiber I ever...
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry.
So it seems like cashmere is what people say, and
soft.
And that is indulgence.
Yeah.
Right? So, for me, it was a double indulgence. I got some Shalimar Breathless in the Cobalt Skies, and Shalimar Breathless is an MCN.
What's MCN?
Merino, cashmere, nylon. And is it Breathless?
And it seems like, what's the point of putting nylon with cashmere, but oh my god.
It might be an MCS. That might be Merino Cashmere Silk.
That would seem reasonable to me, because silk would give it the strength, but wouldn't take away from the cashmere and the merino.
Right, but this one here
merino
is mine that I dyed up.
This is softer. Okay, maybe not.
No.
But it's close.
That's the one with nylon.
This is the one with nylon?
So this...
And this has silk. Yeah.
This is Cobalt Skies, Shalimar Breathless.
I love that cake. It's an egg cake.
All my cakes end up this way.
I love it. It is so awesome.
This is...
egg cake.
Merino Cashmere Nylon.
Egg cake.
Just something I made for myself. Just a variegated gray, or a tonal gray. And then this really lovely, deep, multi-shaded navy.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's not quite coming through in the picture, but...
Right?
Close enough.
So the reason why, other than the cashmere content and the silk content, the double indulgence reason...
Yes.
...is because this was my first vacation yarn.
Oh, like you get a skein when you're on vacation?
Yes!
Ah!
So, which, we've not had many vacations since I've become a knitter.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep saying, well, I want to stop at a yarn shop. And so my husband has picked up on this.
So he's indulging you too by stopping at yarn Is it an indulgence for your husband to stop at a yarn shop?
I think so.
I know for some people it is.
Right.
I think for my husband he would consider it indulging me for him to stop and wait for me to go into a
that's
yarn
exactly. And he does it willingly, and he'll even go in with me. But I think for me, the indulgence was he managed the children while I went
is an indulgence.
all around Sin City Knits in Vegas. Right? Mm. This place was wonderful. I'm so glad I got to go. And there were so many great choices. I could have probably brought home a truckload of yarn.
Of course.
But fortunately, we were in a very small rental car. So I
Not
got
the
one
RV that you
skate.
took last time.
Not the RV from the last vacation. But so, I got that and I went, I have to.
This is so pretty.
So this is the Lily Pilly. And it's got a striping section, and then it's got a lace section, and then it goes back to striping, and then ends with a small section of lace.
I love how this is striping, though.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I wouldn't think I would like this, but...
Well, and which side?
But they're both
Here's the front.
tonal.
Right, so...
But since you gotta see. But since they're both tonal, it changes. It doesn't look like stripes. It looks like this cool,
it just looks like a very dynamic fabric, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I really like that. And I really love the way that the lace looks in the navy. But lace in babies is hard.
I see your lifeline.
Yes, they're lifeline / row counters, or repeat counters. So.
Can you see them? Oh, yes, they're coming up brilliantly. Look, they've got this pink that comes through brilliantly with us.
So the way I do lifelines, for those of you that may not know, is I use just basic crochet cotton. I have a lot of it around for the dye business. So I just, have some lengths of it. And I figure 3 lifelines is sufficient for me to have on a single project or on this particular project.
And then you move them up?
Yeah, so I'll pull the bottom one and I'll move it up.
Do you care that they're not as long? Some of them aren't as long?
No, I like them to be short enough. Like, I want them to be long enough that they stick out of the project. Mm-hmm. But I want them to be short enough that they don't get in my way.
Okay.
And I don't like to have a knot on the back.
For me, if I decide that I want a lifeline, and I am really bad about lifelines, I don't use them very much. I just end up spending the time to fix it. Well, it is, but I fix mistakes so often, so quickly, that lifelines don't benefit me as much as they cost me time to put them in. So I would want them to be at least this long off the project. This long.
Well, and
so that I could move my project and not worrying about them.
You can see this is not super easy to pull out. Right. So I think that's the other side.
I think it's because I stretch mine out so much to see what's going on.
Oh,
that's one of the ways that I check for mistakes is I stretch stuff out. So that's probably why.
For me, in this particular lace pattern, and I tend to knit lace that is reasonably intuitive, so I can tell if when I go back across the next time, I can tell, because this is rest rows on the back side, and it's a paid for pattern, so I won't share it. But when I go back across for a pattern, if that doesn't line up, and that's the other reason why I have a ton of stitch markers.
Right. I do too. I use stitch markers like they're going out of style.
Right.
When I'm doing lace. So that I can just count within this space, and if I run out of stitches, then, I've got an error somewhere and I can fix it right away.
Right. And I know that it's either an error in what I just did or the row below.
Before. Yeah, exactly.
Which makes it super easy to deal with. So, yeah. So I called this an accountability knit, and you said, what's that? I need some encouragement and accountability to make some progress on this, because I started this when we got back from visiting the grandparents in October.
That's a while ago.
A little while ago. 6-ish months.
Yeah.
So, I really want the finished object. Like, desperately want the finished object. The only way that's going to happen is if I get some progress on this. So, my thing is, if I have to show you every repeat, I'm holding myself accountable.
Okay. Cool.
Your thing in being my accountability partner.
Oh, did you know you were her accountability partner? You've just been enlisted.
Thank you. Is if you haven't seen this at least every other episode with a repeat done, I need you to gently tap me on the shoulder and say, Lily Pilly.
I want to see Lily Pilly.
Lily Pilly.
We need to see Lily Pilly.
Right?
Get out, Lily Pilly.
But, oh, this is going to be... And I've seen so many gorgeous Lily Pillys
I have
on
too.
Instagram. Oh, which makes me want this all the more. So, anyway, that's my Lily Pilly. That's living in my, one of my Lone March bags.
Adore those bags.
They're fantastic. This one... Oh, there you can go. See it?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Can you see all of the lovely... It looks like you're looking up through the forest.
I can't tell if they can see this or if they're just blobs. Try the other side.
Hopefully you can
There.
see this.
These are all little pine needles.
Yeah. It makes me feel like I'm laying
Looking
down,
up. Oh, cool.
from camping. The only thing that's missing from this is the stars, but I think you would lose the rest of it. But so anyway, that's that one. Go check out Lone Larch on Etsy.
Beautiful bags. Oh, another one.
Yeah, like I got 2. I figured if I was gonna pay for shipping from Canada.
Did you show that?
Not yet. That's coming up next. So, the next one, also a Lone Larch.
You know, the babysitter misses stuff sometimes.
Also from Lone Larch. This one was, again, a lovely fabric from her. Trees, water, pine needles. It's so much.
So beautiful.
So, in here, I have a couple of things.
Blueberry waffles.
This is a blueberry waffles in Colorful
Oh,
Eclectic.
I'm sorry. I couldn't give away.
Yeah. Colorful Eclectic.
This is deep water, right?
Beneath the Waters.
Oh, beneath the waters.
Yep. Fish Lips Castile.
Did you have that done?
I had that done.
Oh, okay.
I put my marker in there from last week. So what I did the other night, just to let you in on my little secret, because I haven't had much knitting time, and most of it got spent on the log cabin blanket, because I'm doing at least a square a month. So what I did the other night was I gathered up 4 different project bags, and I took them to bed with me. And after Ryan went to sleep, we co-sleep with our baby, so he was in the bed. And after he went to sleep, I grabbed one bag, and I said, I am doing this for at least a repeat. Okay, I'm good with that repeat. I'll do it for a second repeat. Okay, time to put that away and go on to the next one. So
like
everything
rotated bags.
got a little love.
That's awesome.
It was a requirement.
Do you have a stitch marker in your Lily Pilly, by the way?
I think I put one in there. I didn't
Okay.
show it. But so this feather one came from Lone Larch as part of my purchase,
That's
right?
so beautiful.
Yeah. And I just started the patterning
on the
back side of the
Okay.
or on the back side of the lake.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
So hopefully I will have...
Everybody's making these
finish.
socks.
It's because they're super addictive. They're not a vanilla, but they're not really... There's
Hard.
one... So if I count each needle as kind of a repeat, there's 2 rows of effort for every 6 rows of easy.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. So I really, really like these socks, and I can't wait to have them because that's a shop sample that I'm going to be photographing and then tucking away for later because shop samples.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other reason why it's not getting as much love as it might want to have.
Well, you have enough you can make yourself a pair after you get the shop sample done.
I will. I certainly will. especially because I don't like super tall
Do you
socks.
make socks for your husband?
I've made him a pair.
Does he like them? Does he value them? Those are two different questions.
Yes, he likes them. Yes, he values them. He's had the ones that I've made him since 2010. But he doesn't have a whole lot of purpose for wool socks.
Oh yeah, because he needs work
He's a
socks.
construction worker.
Yeah.
You don't need... For him, he works outside. If it's terrible weather, he's not outside. If it's cold enough weather to wear socks, he's doing things that are probably things that he doesn't want to do in hand knit woolen socks.
Or that you don't want him to do in hand knit woolen socks.
Right.
Or can you give him the socks and not care if they're
I
used
don't
as
care.
foil rags?
Yeah. My opinion on I've given him a few things that I've knit for him, like a hat in particular is one comes to mind. And I made him this hat, and it took me so much effort and energy, and I was so proud of it. And he expressed the appropriate amount of gratitude, and he wore the hat. He wore the hat so much that he left it somewhere. It was a mistake. No big deal.
But it was hard. Oh, good for you.
No, that was like...
Good for you. You know what? I'm realizing as you're talking that this is a topic.
We
This
wrote
is
that
a
down
topic.
last time.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Gifting.
Knitworthy, stuff like that. Okay.
So
So we're good.
that
That will come up as a topic in a future episode.
But yeah, as far as being, my opinion about knits are, while I'm making it, is totally like my thing. But once I've given it
Right.
to the recipient, hopefully they express the appropriate amount of gratitude. Hopefully they take a picture of themselves in it at least once. And then if it's nothing to them beyond that, they got the point, which was a physical representation of my love. So,
Good.
somebody who is fantastically knitworthy and loves them is my mother-in-law. I knit her socks.
Oh. Interesting.
She's gotten the last 3 pairs of socks that I knit.
Wow.
Right? That's love.
That is love.
She's a wonderful person.
So, yeah. My boys knit because I know I can't hand them a hat or gloves or whatever.
Do you
With
need
one
that?
coming up missing seconds after I hand it to them. Or hours.
Do you need that? There you go.
I couldn't be okay with that.
Right.
So it's not fair for me to set them up. But I'll spin for them. I'll
Well-
spin just about anything they want. They all knit.
Yeah, you taught them to take care of the...
I taught them to fish.
And, yes, definitely. I like that. When you've made the object, you're going to love it a lot more and make sure you watch after it and take care of it than
Right.
if someone has made it for you
So I made stretch.
as a child.
Yeah. So I made stretch. I spun stretch some yarn.
Mm-hmm.
He knitted himself some mitts. And one of them ended up going missing. He was devastated.
Right?
I needed to have no recriminations or problems with him missing it because he was so devastated.
Right.
It needed nothing extra from me.
Right? Well, you guys understood it. So,
I was able to be very empathetic, actually.
right?
Because I know what it's like to have something you spent a lot of time and worked on go missing.
You're invested differently in things when you've made them.
So next.
Is this my final? No, this is my second to final active work in progress. This is, see here?
Oh, do you want me to hold it?
I got it. I think that's good.
Oh, that is good.
This is,
I love those colors. I love that gray and blue.
right, the Vanilla Latte pattern, which is a freebie on Ravelry. And the yarn is Jinx Yarns Winter Wonderland. And it's her sparkly,
Everybody raves
Sock.
about her stuff, and I can
she's
see
got
why.
fabulous stuff. I
This
really
seems
want
very
a skein
durable.
of her house cup. It's a 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. So,
It seems like it would wear really well because it's got a nice tight twist to it.
Right? Well, and I knit on zeros for my socks because I want a very firm fabric.
Dense fabric.
I have had socks blow out before when I was knitting on one.
Yeah, I knit on zeros too. In fact, the Nymphadora Secret Socks and the Slytherin inspired colorway, the Resourceful, are being knit on zeros.
Nice. Have you knit on Highest sock needles?
I haven't knit on their socks.
Next time I've got a free pair, I'm gonna share them with you because
Okay.
I think High Sharps are amazing.
I need a 40-inch kit.
So my last active work in progress is what I'm calling my 80s rock vanilla socks. This is just my standard vanilla toe-up pattern. I put in this stitch marker here last time we visited, and this is
Which was about a week ago.
right, and this is what's gotten the second most love compared to, because this is
Well, you worked on it today.
right?
You worked on it while we were on
Right, and I was
conversation.
probably about an inch away when we started. But this is a fuchsia, pinks and purples and blacks, and so to me, it's just an 80s color, and it's something where I was playing with color. So that's my
Wait, just a minute.
current
Mama's ready for
works
one
in
more.
progress.
One more.
My future works in progress include this. Huh? What's this?
Look at that.
I picked up
we
Henry's
show it?
hat. Yeah.
Let's show it.
I picked up Henry's hat at Yarn Fest last weekend. And this is a book by Eric and Joanna Johnson. It includes a lovely story with beautiful illustrations by Eric and excellent knitting patterns by Joanna at the end. And so I decided I am doing Henry's hat.
Hang on, just a minute.
And this is your color. This is your color. So this is Ryan's color for Henry's hat. And if you want something very entertaining, go look at my personal Instagram, which is @LizzieTheMama,
Oh, yeah.
where we discovered that Ryan is a yarnivore. This
In
is
case you wonder, it means he eats it.
right. Yum yum. This is Woolly Wonka fibers,
So cute.
and yes,
We can't show this because it's got the
I can
the pattern
show
everywhere.
just the picture.
Can you show just the picture?
There's the hat.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
That
But
was
so I'm
very-
making one.
Very talented, by the way.
Okay.
That little
It was sneaky.
swoop.
Woolly Wonka's Fine Yarns, Fibers, and Knitting Patterns in the Aislinn DK Superwash Merino 230 yards per 100 grams in her Bittersweet colorway. Again, picked up at Wool Fest this last
Yarn
weekend.
Fest.
Yarn Fest this last weekend.
Nope. leave that there.
And then, of course, because I'm making one for one of the boys, I have to make one for the other boy. So
That's the other reason. Remember the lots of children?
Yes.
That's the other reason that I didn't knit for my kids.
I can understand that. So this is the other color. This one I picked up for my older son, Alex. This is Western Sky Knits in their Lichen colorway, which is Magnolia Worsted, 80-10-10, Superwash Merino, Cashmere Nylon, 200 yards to 4 ounces. So yes, I'm going to give him a cashmere hat. I will likely be sad if he loses it, but it was the best color I could find for him. Sometimes you just do, right?
Sometimes you just do. You could let him just wear it when you're out with him and not like take it to school.
Right?
I knit him in a school hat.
Sort of defeats the purpose
True.
because he's so frequently in need of a hat at school.
Maybe that's because he keeps losing his hat.
No, it's just he doesn't take hats to school. He's
Okay.
another story,
Another story for another time.
right? But so
But all of you could have probably filled in the blank for that story.
if you have a 9-year-old, you might know this. I really love this Lichen colorway for Alex because it reminds me of the creepers on Minecraft.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's his thing right now. His birthday party coming up later this month is Minecraft themed. So I thought that this would be great for him. Hopefully I have the hats done before his birthday. I would like to include him. If not, it's no big deal.
that's right.
Obviously, it's cold weather season is mostly over here in Colorado.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're not done. We are now.
But yeah, that's... Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
kisses.
You gotta love kisses, right? Oh, are you gonna be sweet now and share all the kisses?
Do I get kisses?
All the kisses. Mwah.
Do I get kisses? More kisses.
Aw,
Oh,
so
I got
sweet.
kisses too.
Alrighty, tired. So that's my future knitting. As soon as I have something done, so probably my next... Actually, I just finished that 4th square.
Oh, yeah.
And April just started, so I feel off the hook enough that I'm going to cast these on this week. One of these on this week.
Cast on Alex's, because his birthday.
Yep.
Yep.
Henry's hat, folks.
Cast on this week.
So I think that's it for
So we're
showing
good.
off. Did you show off?
Enough show off. Yes, he showed off.
A little bit.
You showed off plenty. And I'm back. We have tried 4 times to do news and events with Ryan, but he will have none of it. So I get to do news and events. News and events is we'll talk to you about local things that are happening in our area. We're in Colorado. And also things that we're doing, classes that we're attending, classes that we're teaching, because I'm teaching some stuff coming up in May. So I'll tell you about the stuff coming on in May. And the first thing we're going to talk to you about is the Estes Wool Market. Let's see. There we go. And this is a biggie in Colorado. This is a really, really biggie. And it has lots of fun stuff. They do lots of classes. They have a huge wool market. Hence, Estes Park Wool Market. It's in their name. It's really big. But we are definitely shopping.
Saturday.
Yes, Liz and I are definitely shopping at Estes Wool Market. So, the other news and events we've got is I have a UFO class at the Recycled Lamb Tuesdays from 3 to 5 beginning May 3rd. It runs through the 24th every Tuesday. A toe up 2 at a time class, Thursdays 3 to 5. Thursdays 3 to 5. So the UFO class is for unfinished objects. If you have a bunch of languishing things that you just need somebody to help you with, somebody to help you figure out a tricky part or whatever, I'm there. And you just take this class and we'll work through it all. And those are fun because you learn lots of things with the other people in the class, because they may be working on a cable something or a color work something, and then you learn something interesting too. So the 2 at a time class is on Thursdays from 3 to 5 beginning May 5th, and that goes through the 26th. And then the really big news I saved to last, which is a color work intensive at the Recycled Lamb that I'm teaching with Lisa Stavig. So the color work intensive, that's the big one. And the color work intensive is going to be Saturday, May 14th, and it's going to be all day long. It's an intensive. So we're going to be teaching a class in the morning and then 2 classes in the afternoon. We'll have a break for lunch. And all of that information is on the Recycled Lamb website, which is recycledlamb.com. And I think that is it for news. Did I get news? Okay, we're good for news.